All right, we're live here, guys, on Freaky Fast Broadcasting. Sorry about the little bit of a late start. We've ran into a little bit of technical difficulties, but we got them figured out. That's right. We got Robert Moyer Jr. up here figuring out all the technical stuff that we need to get this stuff running. So we're glad to bring you this. Their penultimate race here at Sim Racing Unleashed, as they got 2 races left with tonight to decide who the champion is. And here is our starting grid, as we have already gone through qualifying. Look at that. Steven Stimpian starting on the pole here tonight with Michael Yarrow second, Hunter Hayward third, Nicholas Lowey starting in the 4th position, followed by David Neeson at 27. 6th is going to be Brandon Hartwell. 7th is Steven Leffler. 8th goes to Braden Caress. 9th, Noah Lewis. 10th is Lane Doyle. 11th goes to Todd Neese. 12th, Joseph McWhorter. 13th, Robbie Darnell. 14th, it will go to Rodrigo Loga. 15th, Paul Regney. 16th is Robert Cheswick. Or 16th, Brad Dell. 17th is Robert Cheswick. 18th goes to Gomez. 19th, Cedric Hunter. 20th is Clifton Ashley. 21st, Buzz. And rounding out your field in the 22nd position is Jason Adams in the 24. 22 cars here tonight at Kentucky as the playoffs are in full swing. 2 races left here. I'm telling you what, it's going to be pretty tight right now. Coming into tonight, Hunter Haywood in the 21, the young 15-year-old himself, is in position here to possibly win the championship, as right now, starting off tonight, he is 3 points up on Braden Cress. Then he's got 5-point lead over Joseph McWhorter. Todd Neese is 9 points back in 4th. 5th in points is Brandon Hartwell, 12 points back. Lane Doyle, 16 points back in the 6th position. 21 points back for Michael Yarrow, and the only other drivers, I believe, because we got about 8 drivers with a real good shot here, where other drivers are about 50 points out, is Steven Leffler in the 8th position, who's 26 points back. So with those 8 guys, they all have a shot, in my opinion. With these last 2 races, we're going to see who can be the champion. But I tell you what, it should be pretty close. I already got a few on the chat. Steven Stimpian saying Smoke Inc. 1, 2, 3. And Joseph Moore says he's hoping for a good night. So we'll have to see who has the good night tonight, Robert. But we're going to get things already kicked off here at the Kentucky Speedway.
That is right. Welcome everybody out on YouTube and Facebook as we get ready here at Kentucky. Zach, pace car's going to duck in. We're going to get a little freaky. We're going to get a little fast. We're going to get a little playoff racing going. And hang on, ladies and gentlemen, for some action-packed racing with SRU. Green flag is out. Off we go. Yeehaw!
Yes, we are off into the Kentucky straightaway here as they go down towards turn 1. Steven Stimpian going to lead us down here with that nice lead with the teammate of Hunter Hayward, Michael Yarrow. He's saying it's Smoke Inc. 1, 2, 3. They got it right now as these guys battle down the back straightaway. And Robert, I'll tell you what, this track right here, it's going to be tough to get away from each other. 3 and 4 is going to be where you're going to be able to make your moves. And 1 and 2 is going to be the corner where really you're just really quick through there, being able to use that draft. Man, you see a lot of guys going wide there. It looks like Steven Leffler even had to get a little checkup from getting loose coming off of 4. He's dropping back.
Look at him fan out as you see him 2 by 2 all the way in the back here with Lewis, Joseph McWhorter, side by side as Todd Neese is going to get in line here. It's good to see that 98 back out there on the track, man. We haven't seen him in forever. And whoa, look at Joseph and Nicholas, man. That is close racing there, Zach.
Yeah, Nicholas Lowby up top there in the 13. He's a little bit free there. You got on the bottom there, you got Noah Lewis, like you said, the 98 there on the bottom lane. Looks like Joseph might be able to power around the outside. Yes, he does. That puts him up to the 7th position from that 12th starting spot. So Joseph McWhorter trying to make up here points early as he came in tonight, 5 points back, and he's looking pretty good here in the 30 so far to take off here at Kentucky.
As Hunter puts down the fastest lap of the race right now in that McDonald's number 21 Smoke Inc. Ford Mustang with his teammate right behind him of Steven Stimpian there in the 81. Good to see him back after a week off. And there's the man of, I might want to put this stuff up here. But what I was saying here, Zach, there's the man of the week.
Yeah. Congrats.
Congrats on a lot of things. Let's see, he got engaged, and then there's something else I don't know, haven't seen much pictures about, so I'm not saying much about it, but he's getting married, finally, to his lovely girl, and I'm sure Lee Tidwell would love, because them two
Yeah.
love to play. But yeah, so anyways, man of the week right there. Congratulations to Steven Stempian. Congratulations to Steve, his dad out there on YouTube. Congratulations to you and your family, especially this time as we got the holidays and Christmas and everything. Great timing. So again, congratulations to them. But all right, well, let's get back to the race after we left everybody know exactly what's going on there.
Yeah, I'm sure. We ain't seen Steven out on the track these past few weeks really much, so I'm sure he's raring, ready to go. And you have that little bit of break. Sometimes it gets you even more fired up for it. As ooh, Michael Yara a little tight against the wall. That's gonna let Hartwell get to his inside, and also let Caress as Yara's gonna drop way back. He might even go all the way back behind David Deese into the seventh position. Actually, yes, he does. So that shows you one little checkup here and you lose so much momentum. This is that momentum type of track again. 1 and 2 almost completely flat. You can run through there almost completely wide open. 3 and 4 completely different story. Super flat corners. You're lifted from the very beginning. Flat 3 and 4. It's trying to work his way up to there in that number 11 machine. Looks like he's got a little side position. Looks like he's order there to make the pass on Brandon Hartwell. Also up to the 4th position from that 12 starting spot. So Joseph needs to get louder. Okay. Is that sound better? Oh, really? How do I sound now? That sound better? I got my mic in my mouth pretty much, but looks like time to go. Looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties right now, guys. So we're trying to get it worked out. If you can barely hear me, right now, 10 laps in, and it looks like Braden Caress now racing side by side here with Steven Stimpian, trying to make his way up. Caress came in here second in points tonight, so looking pretty strong so far. This is the battle for the second position. Is Hunter Hayward starting to pull away just a teeny bit here in that 20. And there we go. It looks like Hartwell there. All these guys starting to break away just a little bit. And great racing though here early through the first 11 laps here at Kentucky. Look at Braden Careth get to the inside of Steven Stimpian. Look at that run here with Joseph McWhorter directly behind. How does this all work out? As they go down the 3 and 4, this is where you can usually make the pass on the bottom. It's a little bit easier to pass down here. Yes, he does. Braden Careth goes by, but look at Stimpian throw the crossover as he gets to run off the corner. He will have the inside going into 1 and 2, and he should have the preferred groove.
So where is the preferred groove around here now with the updates and everything that we have here, Zach? Is it still that low line's going to work pretty decent? Or is that preferred groove on the high side here still at Kentucky?
It should be the preferred groove should be on the bottom, but now down here in 1 and 3 and 4, you kind of run up into the lane, really the second lane mostly. But you can see the third lane come into actual effect the longer these guys run through. Look at Caress throwing another crossover. I tell you what, all this is letting is Hunter Hayward drive away from the field.
As we are side by side right now here for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and then on back through the field. We have Cedric Hunter back here trying to work his way up through the field. We got somebody else we haven't seen in a long time, I can't do what Lee Tidwell does, but Rodrigo
Loga.
we had to do that. All right, okay.
Well, while that happened, we had some incidents there. Braden Caress got a little bit of help there from Steven Stimpian in the 81 and 3 and 4. It shot Caress up the racetrack. It shot Caress all the way back to the 9th position now here. And Cedric Hunter directly behind him, but it also gave damage to Steven Stimpian on that right front, something you definitely don't want to have. And that let Hartwell get up in the second with Joseph McWhorter in third. Wow, Hunter Hayward with a 1.7 second lead here. just slowly pulling away from the field, looking strong so far for that 21. And remember, he came in here nice, the points leader. He would love to get a win to capitalize maybe a championship here.
Yep.
And if he can come out of here tonight with a win, that sets him up very good for Richmond to be able to just go there and get him a nice, clean top 5 there. And he could come out of there nice and easy as the champion. And I tell you what, that would be some story, Robert, to have the 21 win the championship this season.
Oh, yeah. Not only that, as a story-wise, too, he would be the youngest, and I do believe the youngest champion here at Sim Racing Unleashed.
Definitely would be. That would be super impressive to see. He's picked it up as the seasons went on into these playoffs. I just see Yarrow now getting by Steven Stempien, teammate. And yeah, Caress also a little bit damaged. He's starting to drop back too, and that's going to hurt Caress because he came here second in points tonight, 3 back. So not good right now for Caress. He's looking at Cedric Hunter pushing Lane Dole down the front straightaway. And that Bob Ross number 32 machine looks like the 11 trying to help him by the 13 of Nicholas Lolby here, as these guys are battling for really the 7th and 8th positions in the racetrack.
I want to give a shout out to Steve on YouTube. He says, hi, Zach and Robert. So I say hi. I'm sure Zach says. He also says, your audio is much better, Zach. So I do believe we got that all fixed up, hopefully. So thank you for that. I'd like to say thank you for the subscription. We have somebody subscribed there on YouTube. We also got David Price out there, a new guy that subscribed to the channel today, Zach, on YouTube. And then as we go, we'll head over to the Facebook side of things. We'd like to say hello to Jeff Hayward. And we'd like to say hi to Miss Potter, soon to be Miss Stempien, eventually here in the future. And then we also want to say hi to Joseph. As you said, Joseph's out there saying that hopefully he's doing good. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for everybody on both platforms tuning in here tonight at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. So, all right, now on to the next thing, Zach, and I'll get this out of the way now. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Ding, 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 ding. Okay. All right, got my singing out of the way. All right, off to the races.
Off to the races, yes we are, Robert. I tell you what, I did not expect the 21 to be pulling away like this, Robert. He's up to a 2-second lead here as we look at the battle back here with Cedric. But look at this lead that Hayward has, and it's growing. Right now,
good,
running. Well, I tell you, I didn't think it was great at first. I was like, that you don't want to try to get out here and run too hard. But 21 laps into the run, it's looking pretty confident for this young man, I would say, right now for how his pace is. Especially looking back at Hartwell, him and Hartwell matching lap times right now. Back to Joseph McWhorter, almost 2 to 3 tenths off of these two. Also, I noticed Joseph actually had a little bit of right front damage, so maybe got some of that through traffic. Stempien also with a little bit of right front damage. They're about a tenth off of the leaders right now. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to see what's appearing right now as Hayward's really looking strong, and even that last time by faster than Hartwell's and continuing to pull away is. We'll see how it all shakes out. But right now, I tell you what, the 21, he came here to play. He's put some practice this week, and he's ready to hold on to this championship lead. And that's so impressive. He's just, like I said, he's picked this game up each and every week. And as we continue through the playoffs, he's put the work in, and you can see what that does right here. And I tell you what, he's on a stride. And this is a person that I would feel like personally that you don't want to get on a roll. If you see this kid get on a roll, it could be something these guys couldn't stop for a long time at a 15-year-old, as being a 15-year-old.
16.
Oh, is he 16 now?
Yeah, he turned. He got his driver's. He's got his permit.
Permit, right? Yeah, there you go. That's true.
Yep. He didn't update the data, the SDK data. So he's actually 16. So he's legally allowed to drive. Well, okay, not legally, but he's old enough to drive.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense that he's 16 now. I mean, but I know I don't know Texas state laws, but I know North Carolina you can be 15 with the permit. So I was 15.
Oh,
when I got mine. But
what?
yeah, 16-year-old is the driver's license.
Well, you have to be 16 in PA to even get your permit.
Yeah, North Carolina, you 15.
Huh. Stupid
Yep.
state.
We let the youngins drive in North Carolina. Let's say what, there's a battle heating up right now too for about the 6th position here. Also, you got Stimpion's got a little pressure from teammate Michael Yarrow there. But Cedric Hunter looks like behind here is going to get past David Neeson to 27, and he might even give him a little bump going down into 1. I think it was a very light tap, and David Neeson's going to pull high, let Cedric go here. Cedric's going to put himself up to the 6th position. It'll be interesting to see what type of pace the 11 has as he drove from 19 to 6. We'll see if he can continue his march forward. We know how he doesn't like to qualify and drive through the field. So we'll see if he's got some pace here to contend tonight. But I tell you what, Hayward right now still just on a different level compared to everybody else. 31-2, 27 out front to really like 31-60s, 31-50s out here. Like I tell you what, he's really come here to put the gauntlet down tonight, and super impressive here through 47 laps the pace he's shown, especially because he really didn't ride behind anybody and save nothing. I never really saw him save, so that just shows me that he's got outright pace, and that's going to be a difficult thing to deal with for these guys all night long, as David Neeson will on the back straight.
Yeah, I was just going to say David Neese got loose there a little bit, but I also want to give a shout out to David Neese too. He had a great run Wednesday night here in the trucks, bringing it home in the podium. So it was really nice to see him, get a top 3, Wednesday night here at Sim Racing Unleashed. So if anybody's out there looking for a league and enjoy trucks, you can check these guys out on Wednesday nights, 7:50. They do got a website, Sim Racing Unleashed, so make sure you go check that out. Just do a Google search and you'll be able to find them. If you do own iRacing, you can just go to the iRacing League page and put Sim Racing Unleashed, apply for the league, let them know how you found them by either, open servers or Freaky Fast Broadcasting, and that would just give us a little pat on the back, Zach.
Oh, it definitely would. And look at this here. See Steven Leffler. He made a huge mistake on the first lap. He started in the 7th position. I believe he fell back almost to the 15th or 16th position. But Steven Leffler has continued to climb back through after that small mistake taken off. And he's back up to the 9th position now after getting past Rodrigo Loga. And I tell you what, he's very quick in that budget sim boxes 72s. We look back here now at Brad Delph. Looks like he was battling with Nicholas Lolby. I tell you what, Brad's been one who's been picking up his pace throughout the rest of the season too, and he could be one to play with here against tonight. I mean, he was very fast in the truck at Kentucky, so I'll be interested to see if he can find some speed here in this 14, as he's gained 3 positions from where he started tonight.
Yeah, Bradley Delph had a great run Wednesday night too. Unfortunately, it all didn't work out the way he wanted it to, but he did have a great truck out there. So he does know how to get around, Kentucky. It looks like, but these cars are, different beasts than what the trucks are, of course. A lot more horsepower and less, or no, maybe more grip. Maybe same grip.
There should be more grip. There should be
more grip.
It's
okay.
Pretty similar downforce levels, but
Okay.
when you're going faster, you got a little bit more downforce too, just generating load in the race cars. So
Hey,
we'll just see how that shakes out.
Steve, how's that feel to say daughter-in-law?
Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah,
I'm sure it is. I'm just happy. I'm happy for the guy. I'm happy for them.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's awesome to see that. We're at the moment right now. Steven Stippian, he did get passed by Cedric Hunter, so Cedric Hunter was able to get past Yarrow and Steven Stippian to move himself up into the 4th position. Now you see Yarrow starting to close in back on Steven. And tell you what, Steven's doing a good job with the right front damage he's got on this race car. So him and Joseph McWhorter are pretty much similar type damage on the right front, and it's definitely, I think, affecting both of their race cars. But it's looking decent right now for those guys. They're hanging on to what they got. But other than that, really right now, is you see Yara actually going to make the move here on Steven.
Yeah,
as they go down the straightaway.
I think that damage is starting to affect him, though, Zach, like you said.
Oh yeah,
And he's running my
it
favorite paint scheme too, so thank you for that.
yeah. That piece seems awesome. It really is.
But
Steven.
yeah, I think it's starting to affect him. Not so, I think not so much in the turns. It's looking like it looks like he's okay in the turns. It's the straightaway speed that's just a little bit, and it's not a lot of damage. So that just goes to tell you. Oh, never mind. That won't help matters, but that just goes to show you how aerodynamic these vehicles are. A little nick here and a little nick there and a little Santa Claus there will make you slow down.
Yeah, and he's got Lane Duel now directly behind him. And that last hit really didn't do much damage. He actually hit tail first. So a little bit free there on the exit.
Yeah, tail whipped it.
I'm kind of seeing that from a lot of these guys. A little bit loose right now.
You seen that too?
Yeah, a little bit free for a few of these guys out here in the racetrack. Right now, the only guy matching Hayward's pace, I must say, is Cedric Hunter. Both of them in the 40s, while the rest of the field in the 50s, the 60s, and 70s. And even the 80s. So we're seeing a resurgence here of the 11 and the 21 here as the run continues on. I wouldn't be surprised if Cedric Hunter catches Joseph McWhorter within the next 10 laps. But Hartwell and Hayward were trading lap times back and forth there, but then Hartwell's kind of hit. I don't know if he's hit a cliff or what he has, but he's looking a little bit free here. And I got a little info from Cedric before the race that he ran about I can't remember what he said, how long the run was. It was about 17 to 20 laps, and both the right side tires were dead even on the percentage. And usually that tends to mean that the car is on the freer side. And he said it's a little tight on entry and a little bit free off.
So it equalizes itself out.
Yeah, he said it definitely balances itself out. But that means as your driving style goes, you can push it to one way. You know what I'm saying? You could really get it real tight, and some guys could be struggling with tight right now, while other guys out there are probably struggling with this loose off condition, which that really comes down to how you're driving the race car. And it seems like Hayward and Cedric Hunter right now are the class of the fields when how they're managing their tires.
So what would be your recommendation then, Zach? Would you drive it in harder with a loose car, as Lane Doyle almost lost it there, or would you drive it in slower and then be looser out?
My rule of thumb is usually you build up heat usually by carrying more speed in the center than anywhere else you build heat. So usually I tend to back the corner up. And that'll help your tight condition, first of all, right there, because you're going slower on entry, so you should turn a little bit, better. But then it comes to a factor of you got to apply the gas nice and easy, and also less wheel. The more wheel you have on it, the more tight and snappy loose it's going to get. So it's all about less wheel, less throttle, and you would be surprised. The guys that are going the fastest are usually the guys that are carrying the least amount of speed. Or not carrying the least amount of speed, but they're not attacking as hard as what you would normally see a lot of cars out there doing. So it's something that takes experience to figure out. But as the race goes on, you start to figure out by running around guys. You'll be like, man, I just ran him down and got right on his back bumper, but he pulled away from me after center off because I'm just driving way too deep. So it's easy to do it. Oh man, Joseph McWhorter in the 30, he got dead sideways as Cedric Hunter passed him. So that's telling me you can burn the rears off on this car as we're looking back here at Jason Adams at the 24. It's like he's battling with Robbie Darnell.
I feel upset right now.
Yeah,
it's in the Toyotas.
Is there not one Toyota out there?
No, we got 21 cars on the track, 22 actually, and no Toyotas, not one. It's a Chevy and Ford league tonight.
Interesting.
Yeah, ain't it right? I mean, what's up with that?
Well, I know when I signed up, I had a few issues signing up. For some reason, it said there was only Fords, but then I seen somebody in the Camaro, and I was like, how is this? It was trying to tell me to buy the Ford, and I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Then I refreshed, and it said only 2 cars, so I don't know if that was the server was, like that, but definitely no Toyotas out here at the moment. Let's look back at Clifton Ashley.
At the moment, unless one's going to come out.
Yeah, I mean, there could be one that pops out of the ground. You never
Like
know.
where? like, like, you don't get me all excited here, man. Like as for now, like what's that supposed to mean, Zach? You're just throwing that in my face now. You're rude, man. Rude.
I'm sorry. And and what I'm seeing right now, Robert, we're going through a interesting phase of the run here, 44 laps in. These guys are starting to get pretty wicked loose, and you're seeing different times being ran. I seen Hayward's times really drop. He actually gained. Looks like Hartwell gained on him, but he gained on Hartwell last time. Is I think Hartwell's a little bit in traffic now, and that's another thing with this new update. These cars are so much more aero sensitive in traffic now. When you get out front, you're a little more aero loose just because the downforce on that front end pushing those front tires really into the ground. You get behind someone, you start to tighten up. So it it's interesting. It could be down to the fact that Hayward jumped out front and was able to get this car just with the best downforce possible, and his tires really like that. So maybe that's what's led to his really good paces. Oh, I think Hartwell had some issues getting around 51 a buzz, and maybe had some heavy contact between him and the 51 there, and he's got major left front damage
I
now. That
thought
is
I seen
splitting.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's already 3.5 seconds back, and that's going to hurt him considerably. As man, if this race plays out green like the way it's going so far, I'm telling you what, Hunter Hayward is sitting pretty nice right now. But I tell you what, Cedric Hunter has been the fastest car on the racetrack for really the last 10 laps here, as he's almost closed it down to within 6 seconds of the leader. He was about 7 when he got to the 4th position. So he's slowly but surely making his way, closing in the gap. But I tell you what, that's a hard gap to close in 6 seconds over a full race. It's going to have to come down to strategy and when you pit here, in my opinion, to really make up the rest of that time.
Hey, you can definitely hear him way off the gas right now in this long run. You can definitely hear the tires squeaking, and you can see him in the steering wheel there, Zach. These things it looks evil loose from what I'm seeing. One little mess up and this car's going to go around.
This is interesting because, I drove a race here, I'd say about 2 months ago here, in October, and it did not drive like this. So something has changed within the builds. Maybe the setup got updated, I don't know, but there's definitely been some changes because these cars did not drive like this. The last time I was here at Kentucky, it was actually tend to be pretty tight the longer you went. So this is different. I mean, that also was a night race, so the daytime could be playing a factor. As right now we got about a 94-degree track temp, so the track is pretty warm. But man, I tell you, this is cool to see here at Kentucky. These guys slipping and sliding around, as I believe Hartwell hit pit road. He did take his fast fix, dude. He had to do that as he's coming off the pit road exit now.
Pit stops are opening up. They have been. We have a lot of people actually coming down pit road on lap 40, 47, 44, 46. We got Lane Doyle. He's now coming in. Michael Yaro's now coming in right now. So pit stops has opened up, and pit cycle is going around, and we'll see how this all plays out. Where Hunter's gonna come in and make his pit stop. How long does he stay out with a 6-second lead over the field? Does he run this thing all the way out, or does he decide to come down and get fresh tires and try to build on that lead there, Zach?
That's a good question, Robert. As Joseph McWarner, the 30, now hits pit road also. Look at Cedric Hunter here. He's getting passed by the 24 Jason Adams. And this is the thing. Now you got guys out here on new tires running really fast laps. I don't think you can wait too long if you're these guys. I think you're going to need to be coming pretty quickly here. I know it's really just comes down to like what strategy you want to play, but really these guys with 133 laps, you're not going to be able to make it on one stop. So they can't go 66 laps on fuel. That's out of the window. They may be able to go 60 laps, but I don't think you want to go that long. First of all, anyways. I would say really from 45 on was when that pit window opened. 52 is starting to near the edge of a little bit too long, in my opinion. I think 50 was about where you want to, there's about a 5-lap window there, but these guys are stretching a little farther. I like the strategy for Hayward, especially because he had the big lead. He's gonna come out with way fresher tires than everybody. But also, if I'm Cedric Hunter, I'm trying to gain on Hayward, and once you get to a certain lap time, you tend to run pretty similar. As actually Hayward's really opening the gap now, about 6.7 now, so he's opened about 7/10 on Cedric Hunter in the last few laps, and yeah, it's interesting to see these guys not pitting yet or electing to pit. I think Hayward's sitting in a nice spot because he has such a big gap. He can really play this the way he wants to, and he should still be able to come out the pretty decent sized lead and have the freshest tires at the end of the race too, to have that best capability. But Cedric Hunter, if you're trying to gain on a leader, I think you need to play a little bit of different strategy.
Yeah, because you look on the track map down there lower left, you see the numbers. That is positions. So you can see that he's got almost a whole turn ahead of Cedric Hunter here. So he's just now going down in the turn number 1. Cedric Hunter is now just going across the start-finish line.
Yeah, and their lap times are considerably dropping into the 31.7s. Hayward right now 31.5. It's definitely I think if you're Cedric Hunter, you need to pit. I mean, you're losing time to everybody behind you. You're going to have to drive through them now. Is where Hayward, he should come out right around where these guys are at, and possibly he'll even have to drive around them as he's been out here for a while too. I think you need to pit soon. I mean, you're not going to make it on one stop. There's no way for that, in my opinion. So there's no reason to stretch it too far. I mean, if you go to 60 here and then you do another 60-lap run, that takes you to 120, and that's 13 laps to go in this race. So that's not enough, in my opinion. Like, you're not going to make up the time you lose to those guys on the older tires.
Mm-hmm.
So,
right.
Yeah, it's a strategy. I think they're not trying to catch caution, but at this point, there's multiple guys that are way. I mean, the lead is like 15 seconds right now for some of these guys, and right now even Hayward there 32.1. He really needs to come to pit road. If I was on the box right now, I'd be like, yeah, you pull that in there. Yeah, pull in, please. It's hard though when you're a driver and you don't have someone telling you this stuff in your ear, and you can't see the broader picture of the race. It's easy to put yourself out of strategy with this, and I'd hate to see Hunter psych himself out with just
you go to that thing as a former driver. Okay, I've always, and I've done it, tried to teach myself not to do it, and it goes on to what you were saying there, Zach. You get so far out in a race like this, all you're thinking about is running it as far as you can, because when you make a pit stop, you're going to have better tires than everybody else. But, yes, the word but, you don't think of the broader of the race of what you're thinking about, where you have to drive through traffic. Yeah, you're going to be faster than everybody else, but you're giving up so much time to everybody else. Can you make up that time before your tires burn out? So you don't think of the broader picture like you're saying, you know what I mean? You're not up in the box looking at the broader of the race.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean,
I call that tunnel vision of NASCAR racing tunnel vision. That's racing tunnel vision. You've got blinders on like horse and buggies. You don't see the outside of everything.
Yeah, last time by Hunter Hayward, 31.59. First car on new tires is Brandon Hartwell, 30.72. That's over a second a lap. I'm like in Hartwell pitted here at lap
47.
So these guys have went almost another 13 laps. That's going to be 13 seconds. And Hartwell pitted 3 seconds behind the leader. He'll be 10 seconds ahead of Hunter Hayward.
Right. That's the broader of the thinking. Now he has to run a little harder or through traffic to make up that 10 seconds. Now, granted, he's got a fast car. I would say 70% of people that do this, and again, 99% of drivers do this, but as he's coming into pit road now, but
yeah, see,
70% of it works out though, Zach. Sometimes if you stay green, this will all work out for him. He's got the car to beat, you know what I mean? It'll all work out, but at the same time, if that yellow comes out, that puts a big damper in it. That's just my opinion, because now you fell back to what, 5th, 6th position. Now you got to make that up. Yellow comes out. Now you're starting in the middle of the pack where you not used to starting. You don't know how your car's going to react. Aero tightness, how it, you know what I mean? It's different being the leader than being in a pack of cars.
Yeah, I mean, if you can make it the full 66 here, I would see the worth of it, because they make it a one-stop race.
Right.
Which maybe that is what Cedric Hunter's trying to do, because he's out here on 63 right now. Which actually, no, he has about one lap of fuel left, so he's not going to make it with this strategy. I really don't see.
And that's why you're in the booth.
Yeah, I really just it kind of hurts my brain when these type of strategies get pulled, and I'm gonna know. I mean, Cedric Hunter's my teammate, so I'm gonna know exactly what he's gonna say. Well, the undercut never works, but it's gonna work for these guys, and trust me, because you're not gonna build. You're just not gonna be able to build the gap back that you need.
Well, pit stops has now cycled through the whole field. Cedric Hunter was the last one to come down, everybody. So we'll see where this all plays out here tonight. We'll see Brandon Hartwell. He will take over the lead with Michael Yarrow. Is going to be taking over second position with Joseph McCorder is going to move himself up to third position. And 9 out of 10, Steven Leffler's going to take over sixth. Yep. And fifth is going to go to Steven Stempion.
And see, you're going to see these other guys hit pit road about 90 now. So we got less than 26 laps before these guys start hitting pit road again. The lead that Hartwell has over Hayward is over 10 seconds. Yeah, I believe Hayward will be able to get back to him and get by him. But how big will the gap be? Will the gap be bigger than what it was before? If that is the case, it'll work out for him.
Right.
But I'd say it's just way too risky of a strategy, in my opinion. When you got the pace and everybody else around you is doing that, you need to just think about that. But maybe that was Cedric Hunter behind him, forcing him into that hand, saying, "Well, Cedric hadn't pit yet. And he's seen him be pretty quick. That'd be probably his main competition so far in times, and that's probably who he got one-sided on. When we're going to see now. Like I said, my thing is, when do these guys pit now? Do they go to 120? If they go there, then that's almost, in my mind, pointless for what they're doing. So the strategy is all over the place. They're going to have to pit around, I'd say, at least 30, 20 to go. So they're not going to be able to get the full distance like they did in the last run. They're not going to be able to go 60 laps. The strategy's all over the place, bro. It's just pretty much what I can say, ladies and gentlemen. Strategy is all over the place.
Good to see. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
He's already 5 seconds back. I mean, so he's already closed the gap that much. I may be wrong. Look. These guys might come out here and win 1-2. Cedric Hunter and him pulling the strategy. I mean, Cedric really is 15 seconds back. So that strategy, he went a little too long, and I don't know if his pit road was slow or whatnot. But Hayward, he pulled master class there or whatever he did, because now he's going to be about 4 seconds back. Right now, it looks like 4.5 seconds back. So, yeah, he should close that gap and pass these guys way before they pit, and he should be able to maybe even open up a bigger gap. So Hayward might have timed it perfectly. Cedric Hunter might have went a little too long. We'll have to see, though.
Yep. I'll have to see how this all plays out. I also want to say it's awesome to see Hunter's got his fan base out there on Facebook. We also got Steven Stempion's fan base out there on YouTube. It's nice to see everybody tuning in out there on a Sunday night here with Freaky Fast Broadcasting and Sim Racing Unleashed. If you're enjoying the content and you're enjoying the announcement, don't forget to hit that smash like and share button. And if you're on the YouTube side, don't forget to hit that like and share and subscribe button if this is the first time on YouTube you tuning in here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting.
Yeah, thank everybody out there for doing that for sure, Robert. And we can even give a shout out here to these sponsors. Since we're under this long green flag phase and we got kind of spread out here at the Kentucky Speedway. But we want to give a shout to American Hero Hunt here, a beautiful sponsor here at Sim Racing Unleashed. American Hero Hunt is a nonprofit 501c3 organization that gets veteran and first responders into the outdoors. They have free hunting, fishing, and camping adventures that are therapeutic, educational, and rewarding, all to give back to the heroes that sacrifice so much for our great nation. Find hunt entries and more information about American Hero Hunt at facebook.com/American Hero Hunt. So go check out the American Hero Hunt organization as a great organization that sponsors Sim Racing Unleashed. Also, got to give a shout out to Budget Sim Boxes. If you're a sim racer on a budget looking for a budget box or a button box, then Budget Sim Boxes is your source. With several different sizes, functionality options, Budget Sim Boxes will have the button box that fits your price range without breaking the bank. Budget Sim Boxes, your source of high quality button boxes at an affordable price. You can find them on Facebook by searching Budget Sim Boxes or look for them in the Facebook iRacing flea market. And I gotta say, they're amazing because I got my button box and I like it very thoroughly. So make sure you go check out Budget Sim Boxes there made by Steven Leffler. And we also want to give a shout out to ButtKicker. Feel what you've been missing. Every game deserves a truly immersive experience. The ButtKicker Gamer 2 lets you feel every detail from subtle footsteps to the rumble of a V10 powered race car, from ambient environmental effects to the power of a nearby explosion. By moving a physical mass instead of only air like a traditional speaker, the Gamer 2 provides instant, accurate, powerful bass response, and it's all perfectly synced with every game, no additional software required. So make sure you go check out ButtKicker and their ButtKicker Gamer 2 at ButtKicker.com, and also use FreakyFast20 to get 20% off on your ButtKicker products there. So go feel what you've been missing and go check them guys out. Tell them that FreakyFast sent you. So thank you to all the sponsors and everyone that makes this happen here at Freaky Fast and Sim Racing Unleashed. It's been a pleasure. And I tell you what, now that was perfect timing for me, Robert, because look at Hayward. He's pretty much there.
Yeah, that didn't take him long.
Yeah, I tell you what, the strategy might work out. You know, I like understand the idea behind the strategy, but we'll have to see how it all shakes out here because these guys are really closing in pretty darn quickly to these guys. So it could all work out. I could be completely wrong how this all shakes out. But I tell you what, I think Hartwell had the pit. I mean, Hartwell was in the boat where he had the pit due to just tire fatigue and damage on the race car, where he had to go get that fixed and to get back into this race really to have a shot at a good finish here. Is Hartwell not making it easy? Ooh, hey, we're almost to the back bumper, but look at this. This will be easy here as it opens up off of 4 side by side down the front straightaway. Looks like Hunter Hayward trying to get his first victory here at Sim Racing Unleashed and get that checker flag. If he can capture that tonight, I'll tell you what, that puts him in a great position going into Richmond. And it's going to be awesome to see that as they exit turn 2 with Hunter Hayward, your new leader here at the Kentucky Speedway. Now what I want to see is, can Cedric Hunter continue? He's actually getting by Steven Stimpy right now. Pretty much leaning on Steven, getting him a little, hey, I'm here, buddy, type of deal. And 11 here going to go to the inside. He's going to take that 5th position to get himself back in the top 5. Only 4.9 back from the lead. So he technically is gained overall to Hayward. So all in all,
about a
might
second.
work. Yeah, it might. This strategy might tend to work. You know, we'll have to see. Cedric's running a 31 flat right now, too. The guys ahead of him running 31 4s and 6s. So we'll see how it all shakes out. But Cedric Hunter right now looking very strong in this number 11.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, 1 second on this pit stop, they go to lap, 100 and whatever, 13 laps to go. Like you said there, Zach. Like 120. That's a second on first pit stop rounds. A second again, being 6 seconds, 4 seconds. It's just not going to be enough though.
Yeah,
I mean, he's going to have to pick up the pace, and I don't think he can pick up the pace anymore. I think these guys, like Hunter and Cedric, I think they're already running the car max speed of what they can get out of the car. I think what we're seeing is what we're seeing. I don't think they can go any faster, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
That's a good point, Robert. I mean, with coming here to complete lap 79, the pit window should start opening up for a lot of these guys here pretty soon that are behind them. So really, if Hartwell and McWhorter especially too can keep this lead within a certain gap, I think it bodes pretty well for them. because right now we're already seeing the lap times being matched here from other guys to Hunter Hayward. So
Right.
he's running 3140s, and the guys behind him 50 and 40. So like, yeah, they had the big advantage on tires, but they're starting to hit the range of the tire where you run the same lap time over and over again. As Hunter Hayward was passing traffic, so we'll have to get a better read on the lap time here as he come by a 31:38. So yeah, he is pulling away, but will he have the same lead he had when these guys go hit pit road last time? I'm not sure.
Right.
We'll have to see. I mean, I don't think Cedric and Hunter can wait that long to pit though next time. I just don't see that working out. That's not going to be the right strategy to pull.
Yeah, I wouldn't wait. I'd pit when these guys pit.
Yeah, I would wait maybe a little bit longer than them, but
okay.
not too much to where they got such a big gap to when I catch them we're dead even on time. Which is kind of what is played out now. I mean, Hayward last time 31:51, so that's not the first time.
They're scheduled to pit on lap 120. That would be the car of 21 and Cedric Hunter, roughly, give or take. If you were the crew chief, where would you tell them to come in? They're scheduled for 120. Would you tell them to come in 110, 115?
I'd say 100. 33 to go. I think you pick because I think
10 lap difference.
Yeah, I think these guys will start pit around 90.
All right.
Maybe they stretch it a little bit farther this time because they see how much these guys have gained. And the person who's really made it work the best has been Cedric Hunter. He's actually 3.8 back from the lead now, as he was like 6.8 like when he pitted or when Hayward pitted. So Cedric has kind of manipulated it really well, but we'll have to see. I mean, they are completing lap 83 right here, so we're nearing where these other guys are going to start to pit again. And personally, the gap isn't as big as what it was for Hayward when these other guys started pitting. But I just don't think they can wait too long is the big key there for them. But we'll see. That's the beauty of strategy with racing and this stuff. I tell you, like, I would have called the race completely different, but I think it might end up working out for these guys still. We'll just have to see.
Well, that's what's nice, like you said, about racing. Different strategies can equal the same thing and the same results. Doesn't matter which way you went about it, it's still the same results.
Yeah, and it's also dirty air too, Robert. When you get in dirty air with this new build,
is it pretty bad?
It's rough. It's no longer follow the leader type deal. That's why personally I don't think we're going to see as many races that are, follow the leader type, just drafting and saving behind a person. I think it's going to be more important to get the track position in these next few cup races we start seeing with this new build, because I'm telling you, when you're in clean air, it's just you have a completely different car. It just handles completely differently. You have so much more downforce, and I'm sure right now that's Cedric Hunter really struggling right now personally to get through traffic. I mean, Lily Hartwell's faster than him. I mean, they got 20 lap older tires. So
what do you rate the dirty air back to what, two seasons ago when we really had dirty air that was bad?
I would say it's maybe not as bad as that, but it's about 80% of that, I'd say.
Oh, Jesus.
The feeling of it is also the clean air is different too. Your clean air downforce levels compared to what that's what the biggest swing I feel like. Before we did feel that, it was Jason Adams just smacked the wall in 24. I was worried we might have seen a caution there, so he got pretty sideways, but he got it all gathered up there to see Joseph Water coming sideways out the corner. But just the dirty air itself is really, really bad. I mean, Cedric Hunter got in that traffic and lost a lot of time to leader Hunter Hayward. So that right there just itself shows. But when you get into clean air, I feel it's a way more dramatic feeling than what it was before. It was almost like your car was fine in clean air before, and then you just got traffic and it got tight. But now you get into clean air and you actually Cedric Hunter just knocked the wall down. Oh man. Yeah, that's the first big mistake for the Hello Kitty machine here tonight.
Yes, as you were saying, I was actually listening to your input in that.
Yeah, and that right there, he I guarantee you, he was riding behind the traffic there, just saying, all right, I'm riding here in traffic. He's filling the car out. he gets in the clean air, and all of a sudden the car is just loose because that downforce on them front tires, it shifts the balance. When you don't have downforce on your nose, you pretty much just feel like a dump truck out there. You have no front tires, the thing just wants to go straight. When you all of a sudden get that downforce back, you got to switch your mentality back to saying, "Oh, my balance is going to shift back to that front." So you got to be able to know when that's happening. And I tell you what, that damage that Cedric Turner got is bad because his car is really struggling right now. As even this 55 behind him is really starting to catch him. And that's a lap down car. About to see though how that all plays out here. Is this time by a 31.71 for Cedric, and that's a good bit off leader Hunter Hayward. So yeah, not the greatest feeling right now, but we are on lap 91, Robert. So I would say within from now to 100, you're going to see a lot of guys pit, but we'll see. As this race has been completely green, that green wall out there, man, it definitely has made it interesting. It makes this racetrack green for some reason. It just goes green.
Yeah, this track is tended known to go green flag racing.
Well, I tell you what, this is Hunter Hayward's race to lose. He's been mistake throughout this whole race. He's built the gap back up to Hartwell now. As Hartwell coming across the line this time, we'll see if the lead is about 3.8 seconds for Hunter Hayward. He's starting to build that gap back to where it was before the pit stop sequence happened. Now, when does Hunter Hayward decide to pit? That's my question. I think if I'm him, as soon as my competition starts pitting, I'm pitting about 4 or 5 laps after them because, that way he can get by him quickly and just set sail on him because we know he has the pace. He clearly does. So he just, man, I really hope he plays this right. I would love to see the 21 win. I don't want to be biased against anybody, but I want to see the 21 get him a victory. That would be nice to see. I know the feelings of that, so that would be really cool to see. It would set him up for a really good chance next week at Richmond too.
Well, we're going to have a yellow with 15 to go. You know that, right? We're going to have the Zach attack yellow. You know that, right? What's that?
And if you say so.
I don't have to say so. Go back and look at all our races.
It's not my fault, okay? Don't blame me, everybody. Please.
Well, it is.
It is. Hopefully, I don't cause no issues for anybody. That's what I hope at least. I tell you what, that damage that Cedric got is it's bad. That 11, he's back to 6.1 seconds now. It's pretty much ruined his chances at a possible victory if this thing stays green. Or really even a chance to battle. And the thing is also, it's kind of interesting. With the dirty air, I think it's going to be hard to pass. And I mean, but also the later in the run, it might not be because you can just, you can hit that dirty air and you can be loose, and then you tighten the car up by getting in that dirty air. So you never know. It could help you, it could hurt you. So at the moment, it looks like Brad Delph, he's the first one to hit pit road in that 14 machine. As he will. There he goes. See what
Well, Cedric Hunter should have his fast repair yet, though, Zach.
Yeah, he will. He will. I mean, he's going to have to use it.
Yeah.
I think so.
Wow, look at this pack of cars. Oh, a Stevens. Wow. Hang on to it, sir. Wow. He was, that scared him. He's like, okay, that was enough. I'm heading in pit road.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably a smart decision because right now, you put yourself behind that big pack. That's just a bunch of dirty air. It's going to slow you down, in my opinion. So, why not hit pit road while these guys are stuck, while you got Joseph here stuck? And he was actually running Joseph down. So, Stimp got that damage fixed on that 881, and he was so strong looking. So, he may be a factor here coming to the end for about a top 4 or top 3 position. Cedric Hunter hits pit road down to the 11.
That's the smart move right there from the 11.
It is. I really do like that.
That
Right around
damage.
99, right where I was saying.
Yep. Come in, get it done. He's going to get, yep, bam. Car's fixed. 4 tires, good wrench, 2 cans of Sunoco fuel, and he's going to be heading his way on back out.
Yes, he will. Now the question is, when does the young man Hunter Hayward pit? That is the question in mind here, Robert. I tell you what.
Lap 110.
Yeah, he might hit her there. I would hate for him to wait that long, but we'll see. I mean, we got Hartwell behind him, hadn't hit pit road yet, about 4 seconds back. Joseph McWhorter also didn't yet to hit pit road, about 9.2 seconds back.
His mom and dad's out there watching, so hey, run in there and tell your son 110, 105, 110, pit. We're telling him to pit.
No, don't go distract him.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. He's in VR. Don't do that. Don't do that. You'll scare him. Tap him on the shoulder.
Time I ran a 31:39.
Tap him on the shoulder and scare the crap out of him. But go ahead.
Yeah, don't do that, please. You'd hate to see that happen. Yeah, right now I'm 31:39 from last time. That was flying. That lap is a great lap time for this far in the run. 31:46. He's continuing to stretch his legs on Hartwell here, up to about a 4.4 second lead. And even Joseph continuing on. So we'll see how the strategies differ. I mean, Cedric Hunter flip-flopped his strategy now. He's gone for a little bit of a different strategy. But the thing is, right now, you only got about 30 laps left. They've already went 40 laps on their tires pretty much from right now, from when they last pitted. I think you got to pit now.
I think he's thinking 110. I really am.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just got that number stuck in my head, Zach. I think that 21 Ford is thinking 110. Unless his teammates are watching the stream, could be telling him, in their team channel what to do. Maybe they're relaying that message onto him.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be interesting. I mean, the gap he's got built is pretty nice. Hartwell yet to pit too. See if McWhorter comes down the side. I believe the 30 might be hit pit road where the position he's in. No, he won't hit pit road either. So a lot of guys electing to take this a little bit longer this time, unlike they did before.
Well, they might have it chalked up, the 15 to go yellow Zach attack. They might be thinking that too, save on tires. As David Neese is now, he's entering pit road. They're in 5th position. So we only have 4 vehicles that have not made a pit stop yet here at Kentucky. On lap 105 of 133 here with Sim Racing Unleashed, and that would be Hunter Hayward, Brandon Hartwell, Joseph McWhorter, and Todd Neese have not made a pit stop.
Yeah, and with the lap times I'm seeing out of Hayward, I just think if you pit now, you got less laps on the tires to the end here, and you're already running 31 3s and 4s. If you just pit here now, I think you're in a pretty good position with a 5-second lead. As Hartwell hits pit road this time, I think he's got to come next time by. Personally, I feel like that's just kind of the deal you got to do. I think Joseph McWhorter might be staying out here knowing his shots will win possibly out the window. He might just be trying to lead a lap.
Yeah. That will
he's
help.
12 seconds. And let's see if Hayward hits pit road this time. No, he does not in the 21, so he's continuing on.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I think Joseph's not going to be able to stay out much longer, personally, from where he pitted. So
yeah, he pitted on lap 50 was the last time he was down pit road.
Yeah, so he's nearing about 4 or 5 laps from having a pit for sure.
And these guys here can literally go about another 10 to 11 laps, and that would be Todd Neese and Hunter Hayward. Can go about another 10, 11 laps.
Yeah, they can. They definitely could. Let's see here as he continues on at 21 right now. Continue to lead. He's definitely got the most laps led lead locked up. My thing is, he had the gap. I would use that gap to make sure I get on pit road nice and easy. No speed, no mistakes, no, exiting pit road violations, none of that. Use that buffer and come down pretty quickly to make sure he gets the jump out in front of Hartwell. But we'll see here, Robert. I'm telling you, it's definitely an interesting strategy.
You know what else we haven't talked about? Well, haven't really seen here with 25 to go is Todd Neese is about ready to go a lap down.
True. Yeah. He's on the back straightaway. Hayward is coming out of 2 right now, so about a straightaway lead for Todd Neese over the leader, Hunter Hayward.
Huh. That's interesting.
That number 1 machine.
Okay, it looks like he's going to run this out. I think he's just going to run this out, Zach.
Yeah, just he's not gonna have enough time. Is my thing is he's not gonna have enough time to run these guys back down. He needs laps. With 24 to go, if you wait till you run it out, you're only gonna have 13 laps to.
Well, how many laps did it take him to catch?
I believe it was around 15.
15? Okay, that's what I was ready to ask if we knew what that was. So 15, yeah. With 23 to go. Where
thing
is
Hayward? Cedric and Champion. Oh, and this.
And never mind. Okay, well, you know, yellow's out. Oh. Now, interesting is right because how many sets of tires did they have? 3? 2 in the pits. Start with 1.
They had 4, so they start with 3 in the pits.
So everybody should have a set left, and some will have an extra set. So
where was the caution at?
It's showing me nowhere.
Yeah.
I'm not even triggered. Yeah, we're not triggered. Sorry, fans. I do not know where it's at. We'll have Zach. He's going to look to see if he can find it for us as we are under yellow here for the first time at Sim Racing Unleashed here at Kentucky. As we're waiting to see word from Zach.
Yeah, let me see if I can find anything. I mean, I seen it was an admin yellow, but
an admin yellow?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, did somebody hit a wrong button?
There's not a wreck on the racetrack, so.
Yeah, I wasn't. We weren't triggered in our data, ladies and gentlemen out there. So.
Yeah, I have no clue. Yellow, but this puts Joseph McWhorter, Todd Neese, and all these guys in a really good position now. Wow.
And Yarrow would be the lucky dog. So that means Cedric Hunter and Owen Back cannot pit. So they're going to be on old tires while the top 4 are going to be able to be on fresh tires. Yarrow's going to be the lucky dog. What in the... Interesting, Zach. Interesting. Well. As the tables turned.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake, Yellow Robert, from what I'm listening to the radios. Oh. That is heartbreaking for a few drivers. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it was some type of issue there for one of the admins, and looks like triggered a yellow. So, man, well, that shakes up everything, and that adds a definite
twist,
interesting play to this. And even Kyle out there, he says how the tables have turned. Yeah, I tell you what, I feel for Hayward. That was possibly in the bag. For the young man. Now he's going to have to defend his heart out in these last 20 laps here, and this is going to be a full out shoot here with Joseph McWhorter and Todd Neese as they got the fresh tires, and also Yarrow with fresh tires in the 95. So, man, oh man, that one definitely shook it up, man. I'm telling you, that one definitely shook up everything, and definitely could have a big effect on the championship.
Oh, huge, huge. We'll have to see how this all plays out, but that yellow by accident can be huge, Zach. Man. Whew, man.
Yeah,
Yarrow's happy. He's like, I was a lucky dog. Yeah, all right. Woo-hoo. Well, we said 15 to go. It was a little earlier.
Yeah, it's a little earlier.
A little earlier, yeah.
We're gonna blame that one on now.
No, we can do that. Was pre-show Zach Attack.
Oh man, I tell you, Joseph McWhorter probably lucked out the most from that, because I think he was really going to get about maybe a fringe top 5. He could possibly come out here with a win.
Yeah.
So, man, and that could totally shake up the things for the way this championship could play out. So, man, oh man. I've seen now is everybody's taking a wave around here to get back on the lead lap here. See, it looks like Cedric Hunter, Steven Stimpy, and Robbie Darnell will take that wave around. And then it looks like Hayward will lead us back to green here, with Joseph McWhorter in second, Todd Neese in third, Michael Yarrow fourth. Looks like Cedric Hunter, Steven Stimpy, and Robbie Darnell will be fifth, sixth, and seventh. So, and then the rest of the field is trapped a lap down or more.
Well, grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, grab your coffee, grab your beer, and let's get ready, because normally cautions breathe cautions. That is a NASCAR thing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is a thing. So we'll have to see what happens here, Zach. If anything happens, as with 19 to go, it'll be 18 to go, as Hunter is going to lead us back to the green flag with Joseph McWhorter starting on the outside as the pace car ducks in. He's going to set the field. Everybody's getting side by side, double file, and we're going to get ready to see the freaky fast. Green flag is out. Off we go with 18 to go.
Yes, we do. 18 to go. Can young Hunter Hayward still pull this thing off? With such a good shot, such a good run this whole entire race. He's using that bottom to his advantage here. It was a nice, clean start for both of them. Looks like Joseph actually got a little bit of jump, but Hayward's trying to jump to the outside. Doesn't have it clear, but he's going to have to help with Todd Neese down the back straight. It should clear going off into 3 here. But Joseph McWhorter looking to set him up, possibly coming off the corner. Oh, and he gets in the back of him.
He saved it, though. What a save.
Good save, and I tell you what, that would be coming right back at you if that was me.
Oh,
and then Hartwell comes through the pack here as a lap down car and gives him a door. Hayward is not having no friends out here. Man, is just
I was gonna say, if I was Hunter, if I was Joseph, I would watch out. That's all I can say.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting with 17 to go now, coming to 16 to go, fighting with Todd Neese. Hayward not in a great position now. He's going to have to fight his way back up here to possibly get this victory. Man, oh man, this is shooking up everything right now. You see Hayward still battling.
Plenty of time yet. There is plenty of time.
There is plenty, yeah. This third year, though, I'm telling you, she's rough, man. I think that's what he's fighting right now, is just fighting the dirty air behind these guys with equal tires. It seems to be, it looks like, and he might also, not too much damage. Definitely a little bit of damage there from the Hartwell collision, though. So, not going to help him there in the 21 is, we're going to have 15 to go here. Man, oh man, this race is definitely shooken up. And I tell you what, Todd Neese is taking advantage of what he got.
He put down the fastest lap of a 29.6. To Joseph's 29.65. Wow. And it's still 29s.
Here too, in the 5. He's trying to unlap himself.
Well, I was going to say, you got to remember, Hartwell is a lap down, everybody. He is back here in 7th position trying to work himself around. So, oh, and now we got Todd Neese looking for the win. Or for the lead.
For the lead at the moment, here comes Hunter Hayward back in the 21. Man, oh man, my heart's beating for these guys out here. This is a crucial race here, and a big decider for how this is all going to shake out going into Richmond. Here, look at Todd Neese getting to the inside of Joseph McWhorter here as they go down the back straightaway. Hard racing. Here comes Hayward. Can he get to the inside of Todd Neese? Also, Joseph did take a faster trail on that last stop too, so he fixed his car up. So it's going to be the fastest his number 30 machine.
Whoa! At 21, there he goes.
Back to second now.
If I was somebody, I'd be rear view mirror driving.
Yeah, with that little bit of bump, but it's coming back. You know, it's got to be at some point here. As Hartwell now in front of Joseph, it's not going to help Joseph's cause either too much. With coming here this time by with 11 to go, Joseph jumps to the inside of Hartwell. Makes it hard for this lead.
Well, that's it. Hartwell was fast too, Zach. So Hartwell does not want to give up this, just in case another yellow comes out. That will put him, you know, back on the lead lap. He does. I mean, he can still, if a yellow comes out, he'll be the lucky dog. But he's trying to do it the hard way.
Trying to do it the hard ways for sure, Robert. And that would allow him to come down and get tires. That's why the big thing, he needs to be able to get by Joseph and not just get the lucky dog. As we got 10 to go, Joseph back by Hartwell. Now this is desperation point for the 21. Looks like he had a little mistake there and wanted to. Can he get back to that lead? That's going to be the question now.
Well, the other question is when does the tires plateau, Zach?
Yeah, that's for sure.
And that's another thing that we talked about all night. When does those tires equal out? When does the times equal out? When we talk about plateauing, ladies and gentlemen, Brandon Cawley and Zach Hall can explain a little bit better. But basically, your tires equal out to your competitors, and lap times equal out. So you're basically not gaining or you don't lose. You're just stuck in a hole, basically.
Stuck in the hole is a tough place to be. Coming here to 8 to go. It's going to be tough for that 21 to catch that 30 at this point. It's going to be very, very tough. Here's actually, he made another mistake, just grabbed the apron. And that's going to hurt him.
I think he's overdriving it now.
Yeah, he's probably trying to get too much, and also he's in traffic where he hadn't been for most of this race. Looks like Hartwell's going to pull over to let by the 21. See if he can go run down this 30 here. As becoming this 7 to go this time. And oh man, 7 to go. Joseph McWhorter leading. This could be the little fight for the championship. I mean, Joseph McWhorter 5 points back coming into this race. This shifts everything because I'll tell you what, Hayward was the way Joseph McWhorter was running. He was not going to win this race. He was going to be fringe top 5. Coming out of here tonight. So he might have just got an early Christmas present here with that caution.
Yeah. And Hunter Hayward got coal in his stocking.
Yeah, that's it hurts my stomach even to think about it. What's transpired.
Checking it twice. Trying to find out if you're naughty or nice.
Yeah, unfortunately, seems like he did end up on the naughty list, but I know Hunter's not naughty, so
yes, he is. Didn't. Yes, he is. His dad will even say.
Well, I'm sure they're good. Here comes the 5 to go. It's going to need a caution.
Yep.
It's going to need a caution. It's sitting in the position now where Joseph's kind of just driving away, and he's running the fastest times he's ran all day in that 30 machine.
Looks like we do got a pack of vehicles back here fighting. They are 1 lap down, but they are fighting. With 5 to go, we got Lane Doyle, Brad, fighting there in the 14. And there it is.
Oh, and that's a
Yellow
caution.
flag. We just watched it live.
Wow.
Wow.
4 to go. Man, oh man, we'll have to go back here and check that out on replay. But that was interesting.
Get back here on the Freaky Fast replay, Zach, and you can see right here they get side by side, and bloop, the car just uplifts, and around he goes. He almost saved it, and then it kicks out on him, and dirty rubber and all that stuff, and he's trying to hang on to it. And unfortunately, it looks like nice save though. He didn't paint a picture though.
Kind of do with the rubber there, but yeah, like some contact between him and the 14 there, send him around. But now, do you pit? I pit.
You think?
I'm pitting.
Really?
Yeah, might as well. At this point, especially because Cedric Hunter from on the airbag's going to pit. It looks like they are coming down here.
Oh boy, who has a set of tires and who don't?
I believe everybody's got one set still
left.
One
set left, you believe? Well, there's going to be somebody who's going to gamble to stay out. Yep, Todd Neese.
Yep, Todd Neese going to gamble.
Yeah, I mean, why not? I mean,
yep. So
you're in the playoffs. You got to do something. This is last race until the championship race. I mean, you got to do something. You got to get yourself in position for next week. Whew. Yeah, ooh. Deep breath.
My stomach hurts from all this, this pressure that's mounting right now. Man, oh man. Because I could have told you I did not expect to see all this playing out the way it did.
Right.
But we should go to green white checkered, I believe, here too. So our first attempt at a green white checker, yeah, it will be. And I believe there's only one attempt at it too. So yeah, one attempt here. And I tell you what, they're gonna have the 11, the 81 guys that haven't had a shot at this thing here too. So Joseph and Hayward don't only have to worry about themselves, but they got to worry about the two in front of them, and not only the two behind them too. So, man, oh man, Robert, I'm telling you what, it's gonna be a barn burner here coming down to the end.
Yes, it is. Well, real quick before we get ready for our post-race interviews here coming up here after tonight's race here, I want to say thank you to everybody out there on Facebook and YouTube for tuning in. Hopefully, again, you enjoyed the show. And in the commentating here at Freaky Fast, me and Zach really do much appreciate it. And actually the whole crew at Freaky Fast Broadcasting says thank you to every single one of everybody. There's not much to live stream going on right now at Freaky Fast as we are in the holiday season, as everybody knows. So we do got some races coming up as of we do got tomorrow. We're going to the Rockingham with the trucks with Evolution Racing League tomorrow at 7:50. See them guys out on the track. And then we'll be off Tuesday night, and then we'll be back here for the final race in the trucks at Richmond with Sim Racing Unleashed, and then we are off the rest of the week until we come back here again in the Cups with Sim Racing Unleashed there, Zach, at Richmond. 300 laps, championship race. It's going to be a barn burner, like you said, so it's going to be fun. So that is our upcoming schedule, but great announcement. We did pick up a new league called Global Sim Racing League on Sundays, so we will now have doubleheader on Sundays. Sundays will be 12:30. We will have about an hour to hour and a half, about 2-hour race with them, 12 weeks, and then at 6 o'clock you'll have Zach Hall and me up in the booth with the gentleman iRacing League in their Cup Series. But what's nice too is that on Sunday, Zach, we got Lee Tidwell, everybody. Yes, Lee Tidwell is going to be joining me in the booth at 12:30. So everybody tune in. Welcome Lee Tidwell back to the booth here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. We are happy to have Lee back. the second voice of Freaky Fast, as Zach is the number one man. Nothing against you. No, just joking. You both are number one. I was trying to make, I don't know if Lee was listening or not. I like tormenting Lee. I just do. As we're getting ready to go back green. But then we have a doubleheader on, well, then after Sunday, let me go through the phase here in 2021. Monday, we'll still have a Gentleman Racing League, and then Tuesday, a doubleheader, and then Wednesday, we'll be with Underdog Racing League. So in 2021, Freaky Fast has a big, huge schedule week in and week out for the whole year. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are booked already through the end of 2021. So thank you, everybody out there, for that support. Thank you to all the leagues for the support, and just everybody that tunes in, Zach. So, all right, I'm done rambling as we get ready to go back green here with Todd Neese. Michael Yarrow's going to be on old tires, and everybody else in the back's ready to be hunters, as we're going to see what Hunter Hayward can do.
Here we go. This is the moment we've all been waiting for. And Todd Neese is going to lead us to the green flag. Green flag is in the air. Todd Neese leads us down. Looks like y'all are not the greatest start. Hayward, they're going to go to the bottom. And no. Oh, man. And look at this, four wide. No yellow. Looks like contact between. Looks like it's going to be 3 wide off of 2.
No way.
As we come to the white flag here, Hunter Hayward on the outside, Cedric Hunter in the middle, Joseph McWhorter on the outside. Who makes this worse? Joseph McWhorter gets loose. That's side by side for Hunter Hayward and Cedric Hunter. Cedric Hunter stays off him. Hunter Hayward gets to run off the corner. He actually clears Cedric Hunter here as they go down to 1 and 2. Here it comes. White flag in the air. Can Hunter Hayward hold on? Can he redeem himself after what a terrible incident was for him? As he comes off a 2, he leads this time. Look at this. Cedric Hunter's got a little bit of issues. He's got Steven Stimpy. They're wrecking behind, but it doesn't matter as we got the white flag side by side. Hunter Hayward, he's going to do it coming out of turn 4. The 21,
wow.
The 15-year-old, he's going to win it. There it is. Checker flag in the air. Hunter Hayward's your winner with Cedric Hunter second, Steven Stimpy in third. Man, oh man, what a finish. Crazy stuff. Looks like Joseph McWhorter will come up in 4th with Michael Yarrow in 5th. Oh man, Hunter Hayward, he did it.
Wow. That was... Man, oh man, and there's cars wrecking, cars beating, and look at that. Okay, I got to give Joseph McWhorter a little bit of props there, and Hunter for such a great companionship there, Zach. He is giving love taps, and bygones will be bygones, and things happen, and that is a true racer right there. That is Hunter. Yeah.
Man, oh man, I'm glad to see him win it, but I'm a little bit heartbroken for Todd Neese, but I think he also kind of cut down in front of just there to cover him off, but going for that win. But man, oh man, there you go. Look at that. The 21's going to light him up, Robert. He's going to do a little bit of celebrating. I'm going to be happy to see what he has to say, but we're going to go to a break, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll be back here to talk to our top 3 finishers, Mr. Steven Stimpy, and Cedric Hunter, and Hunter Hayward. And man, oh man, what a race that was. All right, we are back here for Sim Racing Unleashed at the Kentucky Speedway. I tell you what, we got three happy fellers down here ready to give us a little chat here for their top three finishes tonight. I did not see that ending coming down the way it did, but it definitely was a storybook ending there. So we'll have to get these talks in with these guys and see what they think. And first up will be the man himself, who had a great week. Lots of congratulations we're about to give him to for his great week. But we'll talk to Steven Stippy here for his third place finish. Hey, Steven, is Zach up in the booth, buddy? You got me.
Gentlemen.
What's up, man? Well, let me just say, what a rebound it was for you. You got that early damage on the race car tonight, and you were able to make your way back after getting it fixed on pit road there. Had good pace, and kind of came to you guys with those caution, that late race caution right there at the end of the race. They let y'all get back on the even tires, and you worked your way all the way into third there, and almost contended for second there, man. How was the race, first of all, and also congrats on all your announcements this week.
Very much appreciate it. Hella fun, man. I just was saying to the boys, I was like, I just want to get an interview this week. I just wanted to get an interview this week. I took a couple of weeks off. I'm like, I'm feeling good, but I was happy that Haywood got the win. I didn't want to see the first caution come out because me and Cedric were had a good strategy, but ended up playing out, thankfully.
Yeah, that's what I was actually about to go to. You know, you and Cedric played the different strategy from most of the guys who stayed out and caught that caution there to crap all you guys a lap down to where you had to get the wave. You know, if you think it, because, you know, your pace was really good once you got that damage fixed up personally. You know, you really ran Joseph down before you pitted, and you were right there with Cedric too. How do you feel going down to that end of the race? Do you think y'all guys would have had a good shot at maybe holding Hayward off? Because, I mean, Hayward was super fast all night. It's just he would have had a little bit less time than probably what he wanted to, you know, run you guys back down.
Yeah, Hayward was the class of the field tonight, but I felt like you said, I had good pace. I was surprised I got the pole. That surprised me because I literally had an hour of practice tonight at this track. So the setup was fun. It was loose, you know, 3 and 4 is tough, but I think if it went green, I don't think Hayward would have been able to had enough time, like you said, if it ended up going green.
Yeah, I definitely think it would have been very interesting to see how that all was shook out there with you guys. But still, you come back here, bring it in third, man. Good to see you back too. We missed you out on the racetrack, and I know how it feels sometimes. You gotta get that, you know, that break to recharge your batteries, and you come back better than ever. So you definitely came back here fighting strong as always. We go to Richmond next week. We got 300 laps there. That's gonna be tough and grueling. How, you know, is Richmond one of your tracks, or, you know, what do you think about going into that next week?
Yeah, I think it's like 2 something actually. We're not doing a full length race. We decided to cut that back, but I feel good. Practiced there a couple weeks ago, and I actually love Richmond. You might see a surprise. I know I'm king of 2 miles, but I see something next week.
Oh, well, that would be a beautiful sight, my friend. It definitely would. We'd like to see that 81 always contending for those wins, man. So congratulations again on the third here tonight, Steven. Anybody wants to send a shout out to you and give you the floor before we let you go and celebrate with your teammate?
Of course, you guys. You know, I know we got one more race left with you guys, so I was hoping to get back up in here before we finish off with you guys. And obviously, Smoke Inc. 1, 2, 3 qualifying tonight. Finished 1 and 3rd. Big props to Haywood, and obviously my beautiful fiance this week. Yeah. And my dad out there watching, appreciate that. And see you guys next week. Looking forward to the series finale, I guess, with you guys, right?
Yes, sir, buddy. We will catch you next Sunday here, man, and congrats on that, and hopefully we'll catch you on Wednesday too. But you have a good night, man, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, you guys too. Have a good week.
You too, Steve. All right. That was Steven Stippy in there, your third place finisher tonight. Let's move on to Cedric Hunter, our second place man, the man from Canada, Category 5 boy, my teammate. Let's see what he has to say. Hey, Cedric, it's second in the booth, man. You got a copy?
Yes, I do.
Well, buddy, I tell you what, with about 8 or 7 to go, I bet you didn't expect to be coming off of turn 2 with 2 to go, 3 wide for the lead, almost 4 wide when y'all went to the corner. So How'd the race shake up for you overall? I know you guys played a little bit different strategy. You got into the wall really hard there, so you had to shake up your strategy even more. You guys were looking pretty good if that caution didn't come out, and but luckily you got that caution, a next caution to let y'all get back on the tires. Just explain to me how all the night played out, man, because you're really fast to get in that 11 as always.
Yeah, it's for once I actually did practice, so I knew how the car felt. So I've kind of felt confident. I'm not racing obviously for a championship or anything, so I'm just coming in here for fun. So I didn't bother qualifying, started in the rear. Wasn't expecting the race to pretty much go green, which kind of it definitely hurt because it kind of let Hunter get way out there on the first run, and then the whole race we were kind of just playing catch up. And then the accidental caution came out, which was probably the worst timing for myself that could have came. I definitely I hit the wall, which hurt. I had to mix up the strategy. My plan was kind of just to the first run, just run it out of fuel, because I know the undercut doesn't really work that well. Came back, would have hopefully gone to second, would have pitted around lap 105 and then sailed it to the end. Unfortunately, with that damage, I kind of had to mix it up and pit a little bit earlier. I was just losing too much pace. I was losing time to the guys that hold way older tires than me. So I had to mix it up. Kasha came out, and at that point, I just thought my race was done. Luckily enough, I have no idea what happened there on that last caution, but whoever wrecked it, I have to thank them so much.
Yeah, you definitely used that caution well, my friend, to put yourself in that battle there. Now, coming back to the ending there, you're in the middle. Did you think it was going to play your way? Because it was very close to contact with you in the 21 there off the exit of 4, but you were able to keep it off of him there, and he was able to use that momentum to get around you there. And I think he might have had a little bit of damage too there from a little bit of contact at some point there.
Yeah, going 3 wide off the corner, I got a little bit of loose, and it was just net coat contact on my part. For me, I hit him, and I killed is a strong word, but it definitely damaged the right side. And the last lap, I just felt like I don't know, the car drove a little bit differently, and I couldn't, Hunter in turn 1 never lifted, and I couldn't. So at that point, it was his win, which, it was a long time coming. He finally figured out how to set up a whole run and not just a short run. So, that's all it took. And I know that you and I have been kind of telling him that for weeks, if not months now. And he was finally able to put a whole run together. And he's in victory lane. So also job to him. He deserves it. And hopefully for him, he can get a good enough finish just to lock in the championship next week and, wrap up the season with a win.
Yeah, that would be definitely impressive. We head to Richmond next week, Cedric. I know sometimes you're really strong at Richmond from past, races me and you've done there together. How do you feel about Richmond? You think you can actually go there and contend for a win, maybe?
I have no idea. I don't know if we're still running the 300 laps that was on the schedule. If so, then yes. It takes me a lot of laps to actually get into a rhythm at Richmond. I feel like the only time I'm strong there is when we have a caution in the middle of the race, and then all of a sudden it's like flipping a switch where I'll go from a pretty much last place car to the top 5 car. It's weird how that works, but for some reason Richmond has always been like that for me. So if we're gonna run a lot of laps, then yes, I feel like I could probably win that race, or at least get a top 3. But if we're running, 150, it'll be a lot harder.
For sure, my friend. It will be interesting to see next week at Richmond, the season finale here at SRU. Got big implications for a lot of guys. You going in there with some fun race, so we'll see how you do. But congrats on second tonight, rebounding there with that late race caution and getting yourself in the mix there for a win. Anybody want to send a shout out to you before we let you go, buddy?
Absolutely. I want to start off by giving a shout out to Hunter. As I said earlier, he hasn't won a race yet, and he had to kind of keep his championship hopes alive. So big shout out to him. Good job to him. He did a great job. Deserved to win that race. I felt like without that accidental caution coming out, he should have been the winner. So I'm glad that he was it played back into his favor and he was able to get it done. I want to give a shout out to all the league drivers, league owners, and admins for letting me come here and do my thing every single race on Wednesdays and Sundays. I want to thank you guys for putting on an awesome broadcast week in and week out. I can't wait to go back and watch it. And last, I want to shout out all the fans out there for supporting the league, the broadcast, and myself. Thank you, guys.
Well, awesome stuff, buddy. Congrats on second here tonight, and we will catch you next time, Cedric.
I appreciate it, man.
You have a good night.
You too.
All right, Robert, let's move on to our race winner here. So happy for this young man. Cannot wait to see what he has to say. But let's move on to your race winner here tonight, Hunter Hayward. What a race it was, man. Hunter, you got a copy of Zach in the booth.
Yes, sir, I do.
Well, buddy, I tell you what, I'm proud of you. First off, get that out of there. You drove one, your best race I've ever seen you drive. First of all, let's get that out of the way. You were, there was maybe only one or two other cars that had the pace that you even had, and even at that point, man, you really you put it together all night, no mistakes. I was personally gutted for you. You know, I thought you might have got one stolen away from you, buddy, but that late race caution able to give you the chance to fight back. They're 3 wide coming off of turn 2 with 2 to go. Just let me know first of all the emotions for getting your first win. You go into next week with a championship lead at Richmond. I mean, just first let's get on to tonight first, actually. So just let me know the emotions and how it all shook out for you, and how did you come out here in Kentucky and dominate like you did?
I still don't know what happened. I still don't. Oh, man. Wow. We went into Kentucky. Me and Steven put in a lot of practice, a lot of laps here. Oh, man, I perfected this setup. I felt like what it was at New Hampshire, dominated that race. We were so good. Wow, just the emotions, man. I led a lot of that race. I was up front. I was staying it safe. I just knew we had a really good car. Like you said, I just had a really good pace over everybody else. And then that caution came out over accident, and then that 30 car was in the lead, and I couldn't catch him. And I was like, am I gonna get robbed again? And then that other caution came out, and then I fourth place with the green white checkered. I had my teammate in front of me, and he was telling me, I'm going high, go get it. And that one car was not saying, no, I'm the leader. I'm not letting somebody around like that. And threw a little bit of a block, and that 30 car got slowed down a little bit. And I just had my foot to the floor those last couple of laps. And I pulled out in front. I just, wow. You got to give a shout out to just everybody in the top 3 to finish there. They helped me out. And that was the finish I wanted. That was the finish that was supposed to be intended, but I know it didn't happen, and that's all good. That was a great race either way.
Oh man, I tell you what, Hunter, it was a pleasure to broadcast tonight. We were watching you grow up before our eyes here tonight to bring home that victory. Now we get down to the big picture, everything. You got a victory here tonight, but we go next week to Richmond, where you could possibly come out of here as a champion, my friend. Now, put that in perspective, and I know you practiced a lot for this race. How much practice is going to go into Richmond next week, and how prepared do you think you'll be for that?
Number of practice laps will probably be numbers that probably aren't even countable, but I know big race, championship race. Like I said, we got this win today. We don't need to win next week, but we need to be consistent next week. We need to have a good car. I know my teammates can put it together. We can work together and find a good car. Stimp said he's really good at Richmond, so I'm looking forward to that. And I'm not too bad at short tracks. I was a big New Hampshire guy. I know how to work setups there, so I'm going to work off what I did there. I know it's pretty different, but the ways you get off of corners are definitely very similar. You got to be easy on the gas, and I'll learn from there. I hope I have a quick car. I mean, I had a really good car today, so I hope we can have a really good car next week too. I know it's a championship race. I know not a lot is on the line, but I'm not fazed by it. I know I'm really consistent every week in and out, and I'm looking forward to this championship run.
Oh, we are too, man. We are so excited to see how it's all going to play out next week at Richmond. So make sure everybody out there tuning in. Do not miss next weekend because it will be, I'm telling you right now, a barn burner. It's going to be one of those races that it's going to come down to the very wire. And like you said, you don't have to go in there next week and win. Just got to go in there and get a nice, consistent finish with the gap you built here again tonight. And you will come out of here a champion. So, man, I got to say, Hunter, congratulations, first of all. Like, that, it was so good. Like, I don't want to say I wanted you to win, but I wanted you to win there. I felt like you kind of got one a little bit there poked away from you there. So, with the run you had. So, I'm so glad to see you able to rebound there on that green-white checker. Make the pass. What a pass it was there, kind of explain that too. How did you make the very third lane work? I mean, you had the pass from the very top. You had Cedric in the middle and Joseph on the very bottom going into 3, and man, that was wild.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like I said, my teammate in front of me, he actually had no audio, and I remember that situation back in Sonoma. I did not like that situation, and he texted me and he said, "Yeah, I'm going high. Go around me on the restart." I was like, okay, I'd stint behind me. I know he was going to give me a big shot. And Todd Neese, yeah, he did not let that 30 car around. And Cedric Hunter had a huge run coming down the middle. So I knew I was in the third highest line. And I'm telling you, I did not lift my foot from the gas on those first 2 corners. Like I said, I just all this hard work all the season. I knew we're really in high contention for the championship. And I knew I can't let anything go away from that. I knew I had a chance to win, and I had a really good car, and my car loaded stick, and I just pulled away from it, and I'm like, okay, and then I see the checker flag, and I'm like, what in the world is happening?
Yes, it is a great feeling to win, man, and I tell you what, it gets even better the next time. So we'll have to see how that all plays out for you as we wrap it all up next week, man. I'm so happy for you, Hunter. Anybody wants to shout out for this victory night before you go and celebrate this, buddy?
Yeah, everybody at Smoke Inc., everyone at the 21 team, everybody worked so hard on this car to make it better. We did amazing this week. I couldn't have asked for a better car, and all my family out there watching, I love all y'all. Just this league, everybody, especially y'all broadcasting, especially you 2 great broadcasters up here. I love working with y'all, and I love y'all commentating all our races. So it's awesome for y'all to commentate. It's awesome for y'all to. It's awesome to work with y'all, and on to Richmond. I'm looking forward to that race.
Awesome stuff, buddy. Well, we will see you next time, and congratulations. Go celebrate this one, and we'll talk to you later.
Thank you, sir.
All right, that was Hunter Hayward, your first time winner here at Sim Racing Unleashed. What a night it was for that young man, the 21, able to get home and bring this victory. But now let's move on to our official race results here. As Hunter Hayward, like I said, first time victor here at Sim Racing Unleashed, able to pull off the victory ahead of Cedric Hunter in the second place. Third will go to Steven Stippian on his return race. Fourth there, Joseph McWhorter. Fifth will go to Michael Yara. Sixth is Brandon Hartwell. Seventh, Todd Neese. Eighth will go to Brad Delft. Ninth, Nicholas Lolby. 10th there, rounding out our top 10, Noah Lewis. 11th will be David Neese, with 12th being Rodrigo Loga. 13th, Stephen Leffler. 14th is Lane Doyle. 15th, Robbie Darnell. 16th, Paul Regney. 17th, Clifton Ashley. 18th, Jason Adams. 19th goes to Gomez. 20th, Braden Caress. 21st is Buzz. And rounding out your field tonight, and 22nd is Robert Cheswick. And that is our race results here at the Kentucky Speedway for Sim Racing Unleashed. I am my floor is still my floor is still on the jaw. My jaw is still on the floor after that finish that we just seen. So what a race. I'm excited. I can't wait to get to Richmond next Sunday and just crown a champion. I just, those feelings of these moments like this are the ones that I like get the most hyped up for. So I just can't wait for that. And man, I'm excited. But we're gonna send it up now to the boss man himself, Robert Moyer Jr., and he's gonna close out tonight's broadcast. Thank you everybody for tuning in.
That is correct. History being in the making tonight here with Hunter Hayward finally getting a win here at Sim Racing Unleashed. Like you said, Zach, next week, Richmond, it's going to be history again. We're going to crown the champion. Will we have Hunter be the youngest here at Sim Racing Unleashed become the season champion, or will we have somebody else? So make sure you tune in next Sunday, 7:50 at Richmond. as we will see what happens after they run that short track, 3/4 mile fun track. Actually, that track is it's tough, but it's fun. So, but all right, well, I do much appreciate everybody tuning in out there. Thank you everybody for the support here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. And we will soon get ready to pack our stuff up here, and we're gonna get ready to head on to Rockingham in the trucks with Evolution Racing League tomorrow night, 7:50, as we will have Brandon Colley, Zach Hall, and Hunter, our pit reporter. Tonight's race winner will be running around on pit road at Rockingham, eating funnel cakes, drinking some soda, and enjoying a victory. And hopefully he'll still be on that high of finally getting a race win in a league. It means a lot. A win overall, Zach, it's a lot. I mean, honestly, it's people don't realize that sim racers take this serious, and some people look at this as a game, some people don't. But getting a win in anything, open server, anytime you can get a win, it's a lot, especially when you're a driver that don't get a lot of wins, and you can put everything together like he did and finally get a win, one race before a championship yet, extend his lead, and now knowing going into Richmond what he and his team need to do to crown him as a champion. So like Zach said, make sure you tune in next Sunday. But until then, everybody, hopefully catch everybody tomorrow night here at Freaky Fast Broadcasting. But until then, God bless everybody. We love yous all. Peace out.
Y'all have a great night.